State lawmakers took a step today to block any efforts by the federal government to limit gun ownership here in South Carolina. But there are questions about whether the move is constitutional. And one senator is promising to stop this bill. News 2's Robert Kittle tells us what the bill would do with guns.
Some might argue it's a solution in search of a problem. A Senate committee debated a bill that says the state would not enforce any federal law or executive order issued this year to limit the ownership of guns, ammunition, or accessories. But the bill doesn't say what those are. What's an example of what might happen where this would apply?
Well, they were talking about registration. If they wanted us to aid in registration or even confiscation of certain type of ammunition, then the state just wouldn't comply. They would have to do that with federal resources.
There's a question about whether this bill would even be constitutional, because generally a state cannot pass a law that goes against a federal law. But supporters say this would not go against federal law or a presidential order. It just says the federal government would have to enforce it, not the state. Critics say the bill is unnecessary.
I think we are, again, passing legislation to thumb our nose at this president.
Favorable report, please raise your hand.
The committee passed the bill 11-8, but this is likely as far as it will get. Senator Kempson put a minority report on the bill, which means the Senate will not take it up without his permission. And he says he'll block all bills that expand gun rights until the Senate gives a hearing to a bill that would block the sale of a gun until a background check is finished. Accused Charleston shooter Dylan Roof should not have been allowed to buy a gun, but his background check was delayed, and the store was legally allowed to sell it even though the background check wasn't complete. In Columbia, Robert Kittle, News 2.
There is a gun bill on the Senate calendar for South Carolina to recognize concealed weapons permits from Georgia. Senator Kempson says he will block that until there's a hearing on the background check bill.